Sutra of the Eight Realizations of Great Beings. Translated by the Chung Tai Translation Committee, May 2008, from the Chinese translation by Shramana An Shi Gao, 2nd century. Prior English translations of the sutra by Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh and others were used as references. Namo Fundamental Teacher Sakyamuni Buddha. Sutra Opening Gatha. The Dharma, infinitely profound and subtle, is rarely encountered even in 1,000,000 kalpas. Now we are able to hear, study, and follow it. May we fully realize the Tathagata's true meaning. Sutra of the Eight Realizations of Great Beings. Day and night, at all times, Buddha's disciples should mindfully recite and contemplate the Eight Realizations of Great Beings. The first realization: all the world is impermanent. The earth is fragile and perilous. The four great elements inhere in suffering and emptiness. In the 5 skandhas there is no self. All that arise, change, and perish are elusive, unreal, and without a master. Mind is the root of evil, body a reservoir of sin. Thus observing and contemplating, one gradually breaks free from birth and death. The second realization: excessive desire is suffering. Birth, death, and weariness in life all originate from greed and desires. Desiring less, being empty of effort, body and mind are at ease and free. The third realization: the mind is insatiable, always seeking, thirsty for more, thus increasing our sins. Bodhisattvas renounce such conduct. Always remember to follow the way. Be content and at peace with poverty, with wisdom as the sole vocation. The fourth realization: indolence leads to degradation. Always practice with diligence. Vanquish all vexations. Subdue the 4 maras, and escape the prison of the skandhas and realms. The fifth realization: ignorance leads to birth and death. Bodhisattvas are always mindful to study and learn extensively, to increase their wisdom and perfect their eloquence, so they can teach and enlighten all beings, and impart great joy to all. The sixth realization: poverty and hardship breed resentment, creating harm and discord. Bodhisattvas practice dana, beholding the friendly and hostile equally. They neither harbor grudges nor despise malicious people. The seventh realization: the 5 desires are perilous. Even as laity, be not sullied by worldly pleasures. Think frequently of the 3 robes, the tiled bowl, and instruments of Dharma. Aspire to the monastic life, and cultivate the way with purity. Let your actions be noble and sublime, showering compassion on all. The eighth realization: birth and death are like a blazing fire, plagued with endless afflictions and suffering. Vow to cultivate the Mahayana mind, to bring relief to all, to take on infinite sufferings for sentient beings, and lead all to supreme joy. These are the 8 realizations of great beings, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. They practice the way with diligence, develop compassion, and cultivate wisdom. They sail the ship of Dharmakaya to the shore of Nirvana, returning again to samsara to liberate sentient beings. With these 8 principles, they point out the way so that all beings may awaken to the sufferings of life and death, relinquish the 5 desires, and cultivate the mind on the noble path. If Buddhist disciples recite these 8 realizations in thought after thought, they will eradicate countless sins, advance on the Bodhi path, promptly attain enlightenment, be forever freed from birth and death, and always abide in joy.